you wherever you're watching in the world. My name is IJ, and this is my channel, Tell IJ. Of course, it's Boxing Day all over the world, and I do hope you and your family have had a fabulous Christmas like I have. Anyway, I just thought I'd just jump in and talk about something I'd just seen on television. Initially, it kind of got me, I jumped off my seat thinking, have the sentence Jane Shah? Because we all heard that the sentencing will take place on January the 6th. And in case of those of you who don't know who Jane Shah is one of the cast members of the I beg your pardon, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. And surprising to me and many people, this problem with Jane Shah started during the early filming of the second season, where she was accused. Sorry if my camera is shaking because I'm using my selfie stick. Can you see me? Can you see me? Okay, so let me take off my glasses. So, of course, Jane Shah is one of the cast members of the Real Housewife of Salt Lake City, and she was accused of basically tax frauds and selling data and selling apparently some kind of online products to seniors and targeting seniors, knowing fully well apparently that there were little or no value to the things she was selling. So over the years, the past 2 years, it's been quite, in my opinion, I would have thought very, very stressful for her and her family. And we saw in the last season during filming when all the ladies were in the van that was going to take them to have to travel somewhere for their vacation, and suddenly they were swamped by the federals. And the federals came looking for Jane. We heard there were helicopters flying over, and we saw Jane Shah when she was meant to be in the van last season. Suddenly she stopped, and then she said to was it Heather or Whitney, take it off, take it off, take it off. And what she meant was to take off the microphone that obviously records them when they're doing all these reality shows. Anyway, I was sitting here minding my business on Boxing Day, and I saw NBC News put up, oh, Real Housewife Jane Shah. Well, they said she'll get 10 years. But what I saw was get 10 years in prison. And I jumped. So, looking at it very closely, this is simply an opinion of NBC News. Someone in NBC News. I'm going to read what they say. And the heading here on television read, Real Housewife Jane Shah should get 10 years in prison following guilty plea for wire fraud, Fed say. But let me pick it up. And luckily for me, my husband kindly found the link for me, and I'm reading here from the NBC News from their website. It says, just like before, Real Housewife Jane Shah should get 10 years in prison after guilty plea for wire fraud, first say. So a new filing says that Shah appeared to mock the charges in her Real Housewife of Salt Lake City season in two taglines, which says, the only thing I'm guilty of is being amazing. Well, let me be honest with you guys. We see it, in case you haven't watched any of the Real Housewives shows, often when the opening comes, the ladies say like a tagline. And yes, I have heard myself, Jane Shah, using this tagline, I'm amazing. And I often think, gosh, Jane Shah, you must have a heart of rock, because I'm telling you people, if that had been me, which it wouldn't be because I don't break the law. I try to play straight with everyone. I don't think for the life of me you will find me on television going on as if nothing happened. And if you're one of those who have seen Jane Shah recently, in the third season we're following, right now they're on season 3, episode 12. And the last two episodes, I personally, and I don't think I'm alone, because when I've listened to some YouTubers give their review, I can tell we all share similar notion, which is this: the way Jane Shah has been so violent, nasty, bullish. I don't know what else to call it. And right now, we are on an episode where we saw Heather all scratched up, one black eye, and Heather refusing to tell people who gave her the black eye. And speculation going that it must be Jane Shah, but she felt like if she said who gave her the black eye, that it might affect Jane Shah's sentences. And as someone said, Heather, you need some help. This is like someone trying to protect their abuser. You all know, I mean, all these ladies are literally tiptoeing around Jane Shah. We saw her throw into the sea Angela Kay's shoes, which were designer shoes of 15 or 1800 per pair. We saw her attack Whitney. We saw her attacking Lisa. We saw her attacking Heather, telling Heather that she hasn't got her back. And it's almost like Jane Shah completely has lost it. And to me, I've been watching the last 2 or 3 episodes thinking, when has it become normal for someone, be it allegedly said, that you are the one facing the fence, you are the one going to court, you are the one who spent over $1 million on lawyers trying to defend yourself. But here you are on a program being aired nationally and around the world, treating your fellow cast members like a bully. Are you not even thinking that there might be people watching who might see all this and think, oh, let's hit her with a big sentence? Because what we understand, potentially Jane Shah could get anything up to 30 years in prison. Now, that's not a laughing matter. But you tell me why someone like Jane Shah finds the need to come in even when you know you have all these big things swirling around you. You're waiting for sentencing in January, and rather than keep a low profile, you come on television not just shining all those designer things they are accusing you of using stolen money or big money you've conducted on seniors. You're showing people you're wearing designer, you're showing people all these things, and on top of it, you're treating your castmates like rubbish. I don't understand. Is it that Jane Shah? I actually do like Jane, to be honest, but I must say I do not admire her behavior. Her behavior is despicable. Even if you have a child who thought it was okay to treat people the way Jane Shah treats her cast members, I will not tolerate it for a moment. And that tells me, someone said somewhere I was listening to, that Jane Shah is a good example of a psychopath because she will lie. We've seen her lie so many times on the program. She will look you in the eyes and lie and make you feel guilty that she is lying against you. And if someone else is listening, they will actually believe Jane Shah. But thank God for camera and the producers who are always throwing the ever needed shade, always throwing a bit of this and that. And when someone said they haven't said something, we see the camera pulling up some film or some clip of where they were caught red-handed, saying the same thing they claim they never said. Anyway, if I'm being honest, as a mother and as a wife, the main people I'm pitying will be the coach, her husband, and of course her children. Whatever sentence Jane Shah is going to get on January 6th, NBC News suggests that she should get not less than 10 years. For whatever reason, that article has been written and talked about on NBC. You guys go over to their website and you can read the full details for yourself. But I don't blame the person who's writing that because, like I said, Jane Shah has not shown any remorse or anything. In fact, if anything, she still tells us on the program, I am not guilty. I am not guilty, but yet you carry on the way you're carrying on. It's terrible. I am genuinely saddened and this is a lesson for anyone watching this. Making success in any business is never easy. Whatever you're doing in the world, even if it's not business, but you have to have some element of patience. If you do things by the books, you don't have to look back to enjoy the fruit of your labors. But for some reason, Jane Shah, I understand she's held quite some remarkable positions in marketing before she decided to go on her own 4 or 5 years ago. And suddenly it looked like she was so quick and wanting to make the millions. I understood what she was trying to explain about her business, except that she didn't put it across to the other ladies properly. But if what I think it is, using or selling data deliberately to and using that data to target seniors and selling them all these phony digital things we see or everybody flogging all over the internet, then I say it's wrong. And for anyone in a place like America, where you know that sentencing is never that light, you ought to tread carefully. In fact, not even treading carefully. You have to learn to do things by the books. You have to learn to play by the rule. And doing business doesn't mean doing the wrong things. There's something called doing business with conscience and with some etiquette. You can always and you will always eventually make that money you want to make, whatever is in your mind. But it's no excuse taking money from anyone who's vulnerable, unknowingly selling something you know is of no value to someone just to make a quick buck. Because a quick buck never lasts. So, on this note, I want to thank you again. It's Boxing Day. My name is IJ, and please hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Here we talk about all things, some pop cultural news, some real housewife topics, real life stories. And if you have a story you'd like to share on my channel, please hit the button or the link to get in touch with me. And of course, your name will always be kept anonymous. And do look forward to when I start sharing some really true, wonderful stories. Some not so wonderful, but then that's what telling stories is going to be all about, where we can learn, unlearn, and relearn. That's what life is all about. And no one, in my opinion, is too old to learn or too old to change, basically. And so by sharing our stories, we empower one another, we learn something from one another. And sometimes in life, you think you're the only one going through certain challenges, but by listening to someone else, you might actually learn something there. Anyway, that's by the way, and thank you one more time for stopping. And please subscribe to support my channel. Share this video with your friends and family so they get to know about my channel too. And on this note, I want to wish you one more time fantastic Boxing Day. And as we look forward to 2023, you make sure you check back here. I wish you, your friends and family, a fantastic 2023 in advance. And on this note, I want to say goodbye and thank you again for stopping by. My name is IJ, and this is Tell IJ channel. Bye-bye.
That's a good broadcasting. Well done. You did well then.
You are the worst person.
Sorry.
I told you, you read this, I'm going to download